right, you guys, happy Saturday, right? Lots of energy going on. So, you know, we've got the solstice going on. We have a new moon energy. It's just a lot. So just kind of like anchor in and hold the light, all right? Let's ask our angels, spirit guides, and ancestors into our energy for divine guidance, flow, abundance, and messages for our highest and greatest good. Let's ask Archangel Michael to assist us with transmuting any energy from stagnant to flowing in abundance, from faith to knowingness, as energy is love, and so it is. All right, we're going to use the Moonology deck. Okay. All right. Hope everyone's well. I am well. Hanging in there. Let's see. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. That's like fire sign energy. New moon in Gemini. Communication is key. And prosperity lies ahead. And new moon in Taurus. So there's 3 new moon energies. Okay, so this is kind of what they're asking for you to focus on with this new moon. Is that you just kind of trusting the universe, right? This is that luck energy and belief, trust, knowingness, okay? That faith energy. You know, communication is you being in alignment with your higher self, right? And anchoring that energy in, and having that and being open to communication from your spirit guides, your ancestors, okay? And the divine. Regarding, you know, what lies ahead is prosperity. This is you trusting that the information you receive is going to help you and guide you towards prosperity, what's in alignment for you, and you trusting what that energy is, okay? You will know what to take action on when it's time to take action, is what I heard, all right? So that's what the, like, grabbing the bull by the horn. Right now, just be open to receive, okay? Hold the light and be open to receive, all right? Is what I'm getting. And I'm also getting like something you're not anticipating is going to come in, and it's literally going to provide the direction that you're seeking and needing, or very much could be redirection or a new direction is also what I'm getting. Yeah. You are good enough knowing that whatever this redirection or direction is that is leading you down a certain path, it's about you understanding that this wouldn't align for you if it wasn't for you, and for you to realize that you're deserving of it. It is something that you have leveled up to, right? Like this is for you in this moment, when that moment is, okay? You and your loved ones are safe from any kind of energetic attacks is what I'm getting. That's also new moon energy in Cancer. This is kind of, yeah, I was gonna say, you know, if you were worried about anything like that, like you're protected, you're covered. Let's see. I am good enough, worthy, and loved with full autonomy. All right, that's this energy right here. Okay, so whatever it is, it's for you and it's divinely guided for you. Okay, and it's gonna lead you straight to prosperity. Okay, your hard work is paying off. All right, this is a result of you putting that work in, that self-healing work, that shadow work. All right. And you kind of finding that balance, right? And then we have a new romantic cycle begins, right? And this is justice coming in for you, okay? And then we have a fiery climax approaches. So this is full moon in Aries, and then this is new moon in Libra, all right? So very interesting that we got these cards. All right, so I'm gonna get a little tarot on these, of course, and see what we got going on for some of you. Let's see here. was asking them like, what tarot deck do you want to use? And they're like, it's up to you. All right, let me just shuffle these. So, I'm gonna get some new decks for the channel. So if there's anything you kind of want me to maybe look at, let me know. Just put it in the comments and I'll be open to looking and seeing like what you might be interested in using as part of the channel. You can also donate to my channel. That's on my in the description on TikTok. The description on YouTube. We have Six of Swords, clarifying the luck is on your side. I feel like, you know, again, like I was saying, like you're going to be redirected or you're going to be pointed in a certain direction and you're going to be called to action to move. Okay, so that is luck is on your side energy. And again, like this is about like you moving to calmer waters towards peace and harmony. Okay. Fascinating. And not everybody can come with you. Like this is, and you maybe have to pack light, right? You can't bring everything with you either. So maybe now is a good time to kind of like do that assessment. Do that assessment of like what you would take with you and what you wouldn't, even if you don't know where that is. Maybe energetically there's things that you're releasing that you don't need to take with you. So there's that. And then how does that represent for you in the physical realm? Okay, in reality. We have the Nine of Swords. So you're being like redirected from any type of energy that repeatedly wants to cause harm, inflict pain. This can also be you releasing the energies of past thought patterns as well that may hold you back from moving on from this experience, this most recent experience, toward something that would be more harmonious and balanced. You might be moving away from energy that you've dealt with in the past that was a wolf in sheep's clothing, all right? Yeah. And nines represent the ending of that chapter, okay? And you moving away and on, moving on. All right, so we have communication is key, and then I got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles is like slow moving energy. I feel like it also is representing like there might be something that you're currently doing that you've put a lot of investment in. And it might have something to do with like the communication field. Doesn't have to though. But this is, you know, also like, you know, investing in managing a business. You know, the Pentacles really talk about our physical reality. So this talks about like, there's a lot of investment, planning, accounting, working on what's going on in your physical reality. And this might be an opportunity that's coming in. That's what I'm getting. This could be an energy that wants to support someone in the communication realm. Something like that. Let's see. This is also like you being represented as the Knight of Pentacles, like you doing that investment, you doing that foundational work to support maybe some sort of communication effort. Whether that's a book, whether that's like a YouTube channel, a podcast, social media accounts, you speaking up for yourself. You know, this is Gemini energy, so it could be you seeing multiple perspectives and sharing those perspectives. Maybe it's at work you're doing that. Maybe it's with your family. So there's a little bit about that. You have the Empress energy, okay? So this is divine feminine energy, very nurturing, very loving, very caring. You know, she's reached a level of experience, okay? So this is, you know, I feel like there's some self-investment going on here, some like level up energy. This is also like attracting what is for you, right? Like knowing your value and worth and attracting what is on that vibration. I feel like this is also like investing in your future, like making future plans. Maybe they're starting to come into fruition in the physical realm. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, this is really talking about, you know, like focused on building a stable foundation and understanding like, you know, you can create and that represent in the physical realm. I feel like this is you continuing to work like with what you have, right? I feel like it's like realizing that you're good enough to create from the place of where you're currently at. There's a lot of value there. There's a lot of worth there. And I think other people made you feel differently. But the realization that you've had is that is a reflection of them. And that's part of like their own pattern. Okay. And you're no longer allowing that perspective to be your perspective. So this is also talking about you being your most authentic self, understanding your value and your worth when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like you're an advocate in some way, shape, or form, either for your friends, your family, and other feminines that you interact with. So I feel like there's some sort of like camaraderie and support and advocacy, if you will, on understanding worth and value when it comes to the physical realm, right? Like we are infinite beings of light. We all have something to provide one another, and to understand that everyone has value and worth. All right, then we have prosperity lies ahead. This is the Taurus energy, the bull energy. Okay, more earth sign energy. So we have fire sign, air sign, earth sign. Yeah. Okay, prosperity lies ahead. This could also represent like a business opportunity of some sort. I feel like there might be a few people that see an opportunity to work together in some way, shape, or form. Prosperity lies ahead with the Fool card. New opportunity coming through that is going to require lots of change. Okay, let me get more information about this. I feel like you're some of you might, with the Fool and the Tower, some of you might be starting over, starting anew. Like whatever you might have done in the past, you're not going to be doing moving forward, okay? Because this is like something's coming in that has something to do with communication, that is going to ask you to take that leap of faith and trust that this is for you and you are the perfect candidate. And so this is about believing that you are good enough and others might see your worth and your value, and that's why this opportunity is coming in. Like, there's a lot of potential there, untapped potential, right? Is also what I'm getting. And they see that there's something that could be amazing, right? As it relates to like prosperity, and there's a lot of like opportunity here. And it's not something you've done before per se. I feel like it's going to cause you to really do like a 180, if you will. Like, whatever you were doing before is going to end, and it might even be abruptly, but it is for a very good reason. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this really talks about, being independent. You might be a single energy, masculine or feminine. This really, again, the nine. So this is you, this is going to put you in a very strong financial position, whatever this is. Very cool. I feel like you're gonna have to this is about you're being forced to get out of your comfort zone. So like, say for instance, you're fine with, I'll use myself as an example. Okay. So an example would be you being okay with having all kinds of conversation and being your most authentic self and laughing and giggling, and it not having to be anything major, right? Like, this is just me and you talking, right? And I'm talking to a video on YouTube, and I can be my most authentic self and have a blast doing it and share wisdom and knowledge and some skills that I have, right? And be comfortable doing that in this format. But then you might be asked to step out of your comfort zone and potentially do it in front of a group of 50, 100, 200 people. So you're going to be kind of called to okay, you doing this on a small scale, not so much. We need you to be exposed at a larger scale. So that's kind of the energy I'm picking up. It also can be represented in the sense of you might get promoted to a management position, a leadership position, a position that people see that you're really good at, but it's not something you're currently doing. It also could be you writing your story, telling your story in some sort of shape. Maybe creating an account where you are being able to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your truth to help other people. It might be you stepping into a healer position. So it literally could be, whatever this resonates for you. Some of you divine femmes are going to be called into action to step up, right? We need more feminine, we need more healed divine feminine energy present, okay, and in action. There has been lots of imbalance, okay, in our collective, in humanity. And so that is why these old structures are falling down, so that there can be a rise in feminine energy to bring balance into humanity, okay? There's polarity there, there's duality there. And then, I'm kind of bringing this up because, we have been suppressed for a very long time. So, in different ways, and that's going to represent for some people versus others. But I do feel like there's going to be an uprise, if you will. Okay. There's definitely an uprise. Okay, so fascinating. Thank you. What else do we have? Is that card done? Okay, we're going to move on to You Are Good Enough. Okay. I got the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. Ooh. All right, and the Ace of Wands. Fascinating. And then the High Priestess. Okay. All right. There's so much symbolism in these cards. It's what do you pick out and highlight, Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to leave the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck and focus on the 3 cards we got. So this is talking about you are good enough. Okay. You learned, right, through the process of experience, through the Wheel of Fortune, right, destined and fated events, right? And they were in alignment and for your purposes of learning, right? And you know, you've learned numerous lessons as you've gone through this lifetime and many others, right? And so there are fated experiences that you had, right, that have kind of like come full circle, okay, which is also like the Wheel of Fortune, right? Like everything changes, everything's in motion, like there's always constant movement, right? And so I feel like you've recently closed like a major cycle to the point where there was some karmic debt that was cleared. And as a result, like you can close this out. Like I feel like the karmic board and your spirit team and your guides and your ancestors are kind of like, good job, right? Like now you energetically align with this, right? And I feel like that was all part of the divine plan for you anyway. So, and then I have the Hierophant. All right, so this really talks about like contracts, commitments, spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge and understanding, and also like that teacher-student dynamic, okay? And then I have the Ace of Wands. And so what I'm getting with these is that like this really talks about like a very deep understanding of your beliefs, your spirituality, being loyal to the divine. This is like divine intervention, guidance. This is like heightened intuition, downloads, channeling. So I feel like you had to experience what you experienced so that you understand your value and worth, so that, you know, when the divine needs you to be that open channel, you can be that open channel, right? But if you don't believe in yourself, then how is anyone else going to believe in you, right? So it's also part of that. And so I feel like now you understand why you experienced what you experienced, because it puts you exactly where you needed to be, which is right here in the now, being open to receive divine guidance, okay? In whatever way that presents for you in your reality, okay? What it presents for me in my reality is that I am now a oracle channeler, okay? So I'm able to channel divine guidance and share it in numerous ways. This is just one of the ways that I share it with you all, is through some readings. But again, like everyone has these gifts. It's about tapping into them, right? And being open to receive them, being open to, you know, doing that healing work and going through that ascension process and that spiritual awakening process, the ego death and the dark night of the soul and all of that jazz, okay? That is what it took for you to understand your value and worth and your self-love, okay? So whatever it was, it worked. Regardless of what you actually had to experience, right? We all make a commitment to experience these things in this lifetime, because many of us volunteered to be here, okay? We volunteered to be here. Let me put this crystal back on Cleopatra's throne. Sorry, honey. Yeah, because there's a higher plan, there's a divine plan, there's a large purpose here. This is literally calling you to step into your purpose, and you have answered the call, okay? Just know and understand that your loved ones are safe is the next card. And then I have the High Priestess, okay? So this is confirming that you are stepping into your divine purpose. You are a teacher, you are a guide. There's some sort of like spiritual contract, light worker contract, if you will, okay? That's kind of the buzzword, so we'll go with that. All right, and this is you being able to remain neutral, letting things unfold naturally. You have this higher perspective and understanding. This is something that you're anchoring into this reality as part of the lessons and experience you've gained to this point, so that you can work with the divine, okay, on what they need you to do, which is part of your purpose, okay? All right, so you and your loved ones are safe. I have past energy, and then this also represents children. So if you have children, you and your children are safe. What is this? Someone is experiencing judgment, karma at this time for what was maybe done that wasn't very fair. Might have something to do with this Nine of Swords energy. So justice is being served, wishes are being fulfilled. I feel like whatever this person wished on you, they are receiving. So if they wish any kind of ill will or anything like that, we have the Magician. So this this talks about like the Magician is the divine masculine energy at a very high spiritual level. Like oftentimes, like back in the day, these were priests, and the high priestess would have been the priestesses, right? Very again, like she was the original divine feminine energy, right? The virgin, right, if you will. And these two get together, right, and create an offspring, which is the Fool. All right, and in the physical realm, they are the Emperor and Empress. So, you know, with this Magician card, I feel like there was a lot of energy manipulation that happened, and therefore there is judgment being casted on whoever used this energy to create any type of blockages or stagnancy or lack of movement on your divine purpose and plan. Yeah, and then I just got the Devil. All right, they're working with, you know, low vibrational dark energy to kind of stop you from ascending and working with the divine plan. Yeah, like this energy does not want us to be successful, so they will send in and kind of attract or manipulate or infiltrate any way they possibly can, and oftentimes they use people who are closest to us, right? That's how they kind of try to get you off your game here. But just know that you and your loved ones are protected and are safe, okay, from this energy. All right, they're handling it. So an example of this playing out would be, say you are in a relationship with somebody and that person ends up putting you in a third party, right? And what's going to happen with that is the person who kind of came in knowing this person was in a relationship, and this third party person comes in and, you know, manipulates through magic, you know, indulgence, whatever you want to call it, low vibrational energy, okay? You know, sex, whatever, lust, okay? That is this is the energy that is manipulating that other person to come in and try to get you off course through somebody else. And so understanding like what that truly was, you still learned a lesson from it, and you are protected from it from this point going forward. You learned what you needed to learn. Yeah, and then clarifying this is the Ace of Swords. I mean, Archangel Michael is on top of this, and so is many of other angels that support them. Just understand that, like, they're not going to be successful in their attempts to get your divine plan, purpose, off track. Okay, I feel like their opportunities have been closed, and you have divine protection right now. So continue the course and hold the light. I just heard continue the course and hold the light. Okay, yeah, stay focused. Okay, head down, stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, this is you being dedicated, devoted, and committed to your purpose. Many of you understand what I'm talking about. All right. And then I also have, like, your work is paying off. Like, that dedication, that loyalty, that commitment is paying off. Everything that you've done to kind of like work on yourself, work with others, help others, you kind of embodying that 5D energy, you know, is paying off. Like, you know, it's like that ripple effect energy. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you're working within whatever constraints there are, okay? I feel like if you're feeling like there's a little bit of like hesitancy or resistance or anything like that, you use your divine channeled guidance to work around whatever it is, right? It's like you recognize the limitations and move accordingly. And it's almost like if you were playing like a video game and you need like a secret out, you ask the divine, like, which, you know, hey, I'm coming up across this kind of blockage, you know, help me circumvent it. They will open like a secret or give you guidance on another alternative so that you can keep going. That's what I'm getting with this energy, okay? Yeah, and then I have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. They will guide you in the way that has the least resistance, okay? Regardless of what this energy tries to do, you will be guided, okay, accordingly to just keep your head down, keep focused, keep connected, like making that priority to kind of go within and go up for that guidance and not seek that guidance from those around you, okay? Or from just anybody. So, yeah, because you're an earth angel here, okay? You have a specific mission. This is you balancing and transmuting energy, okay? If you're in a situation with somebody, sometimes you literally are the trigger, okay? So you may find that you're put into situations with people and you don't really understand why you're in the situation when you're in it until after. And then you realize, oh, I was used as a catalyst trigger for them to learn something, and then I'm going to learn something as well. I feel like that is something that continues to happen. But what I'm getting is that like you are learning how to alchemize and transmute energy. So it's like you have 1 foot on earth and 1 foot in the water, okay, spiritually speaking. So it's like you're between both worlds. That's what I say when I see that card. Okay. You're very devoted. You understand your mission. You understand why you're here, what you're supposed to do. And if you don't, then let me help you figure it out. Yeah, sometimes I feel like you experience, you know, like what you've experienced in the past hasn't been very emotional fulfilling. Like you're just kind of like, ugh, like what am I really getting out of this, right? And so I feel like there's a beautiful blessing coming in that you might not see or pay attention to. Like sometimes we have to be reminded of the blessings that we have as well, like what is right in front of us, appreciating what's in front of us. There's also that. Okay, this is your hard work is paying off. I feel like you've been putting in a lot of hard work, but you may not have seen a whole lot of it manifest in the physical. Like a lot of maybe some of what you've been doing is emotional healing, emotional work, energy work. And so maybe there's a nice little surprise coming in for you as a result of all the hard work. And they're kind of like, be patient, be patient. Be patient. And I have a feeling it has something to do with a somebody. Whoops. Oh, the Hanged Man. Yeah, be patient. There you go. There's the patient card. One of them anyway. I feel like you've gained a new perspective on what is important to you. I feel like you'd rather be alone than with energy that isn't for you or that doesn't have good intentions for you. I feel like you've had to deal with a lot of people who don't have good intentions. And so you're often used as a trigger for them. Or there's going to be some sort of difficult lesson learned by them for the way that they treat you, okay? And sometimes it sucks. I'm just gonna be real about it. Sometimes it sucks. And this is patience, okay? This is you forgiving them, having compassion for them and for yourself. And you just knowing that like you have the inner strength to experience what you're experiencing. So I'm getting that like this is you also like taming the beast within, right? And understanding that, like, it's not all for nothing. Okay. All right, what's a new romantic cycle begins? Start on that one? Okay. We can do that one. This is you not holding on to any resentment of the past. This is you releasing all those that may have done something to kind of hurt you or put you in a bad situation or take advantage of you in some sort of way. I feel like you have this higher understanding and knowledge, therefore after some healing is happening and some patience and some self-work, right, you can realize that, like, not all of it is yours to take. Not all of it is yours to reflect on and hold on to. Like, there's a part of it that is for you, but not all of it. I feel like sometimes maybe in the past you would have, like, held on to things as if, like, you were fully accountable for it all. And I feel like I'm supposed to tell you that you're not. Okay. I feel like you might be somebody who might go back and forth a lot in the mindset of, like, you know, did I do something wrong? You know, did I do something to deserve this? Or what did I do? Did I say something, do something? I feel like there's a lot of this. And so that's kind of why this card's coming up too. It is about, like, understanding that yeah, it's really about, like, understanding like nobody's perfect, right? And it's just something to understand about ourselves, and that's it. It's not supposed to be, like, to take you out like forever. It's just like, how can we have done something differently, and just kind of, like, reflect on it from that perspective versus, like, oh, there's something wrong with me, I'm terrible, like, nobody likes me, everybody hates me, I think I'm gonna eat some worms, right? Like, it's not. So really it's about, like, forgiving yourself and having compassion for yourself, like being okay with knowing what you know right now, right? And not having to know everything, right? Because that wouldn't be any fun. I mean, for some of you it might be fun to know everything, but that's not why we're here. That's not how it works here. All right, so there's justice coming in. New moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, we have the Chariot. You're persevering from whatever this all was. All right, this is you having victory and success. All right, so you should be very proud of yourself. All right, we have a King of Cups coming in. All right, this is water sign energy, but this doesn't have to represent that sign specifically. It could be that that this is somebody who's emotionally mature, emotionally available, might lead with emotion, might be very spiritually connected as well, because water also represents, like, flowing consciousness for humanity. So this could be somebody who does charitable things, someone distinguished. I'm getting someone who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge as well. And then I have the Lovers card, so this is like a divine union. Okay, I mean, I'm getting, like, with the divine union here, I mean, look at the water. This is, you know, like the Adam and Eve kind of personas, archetypes, if you will, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, so this is just, you know, representing the romantic cycle, a new romantic cycle. Really? Where'd you go? I feel like this person's going to help you kind of release a lot of things. This person might be able to help you out with stuff, right? Like any burdens from the past. I feel like this person isn't going to be bringing these to your doorstep. I feel like this is going to be an opportunity to release these things. And that is 10 of Wands. And then we have 10 of Cups. This is going to be the result, okay? Right? Like emotional fulfillment. This is like a culmination of everything that you've ever wanted for yourself. I feel like this is like the epitome of your dream relationship, your dream family. You're very like deserving of this happiness, okay? Happy, wonderful, beautiful energy, okay? Very nice, very nice, very nice. Romantic cycle begins. Maybe you both have children. Doesn't have to be though. So staying positive, optimistic, hopeful is what's going to continue to attract this to come in. I have like goosebumps. I feel like somebody is standing right here. Somebody is standing right here. Hi. I just got like touched on the shoulder, so it like sends like goosebumps, gives me goosebumps, tingles. I get the tingles. I love that. I know that I'm never alone when I'm tapped in. I'm never alone. I love it. It's like the best thing ever. It's my favorite thing to do. Yeah, my favorite things to do. If this isn't confirmation, I don't know what is about what I just said. I'm never alone when I'm tapped in. It's my favorite thing to do. And then I have the 3 of Cups and the Page of Wands. All right, so this is literally, I'm never alone. I'm always surrounded by my spiritual team when I am tapped in and doing what I love. This is also confirming that you might be getting together with some friends and doing something creative together. Okay, so that is also amazing. Amazing. This is confirming maybe some plans you have coming up, or maybe they're kind of encouraging you to make plans and be creative. There are things that you are not seeing right now, things that might be, maybe there's some shadow work that you potentially need to do some work on. This can also represent like, you know, you being fearless when it comes to being your most authentic self, like you shining really bright regardless of what you are surrounded by. They want you to be fearless. They want you to not dim your light for anybody or any situation or any condition, regardless of whether that brings you some fear and anxiety. You are more than capable of pushing through that. And if you need help, all you have to do is ask, right? Yeah. And fear is an illusion, all right? Like, not letting that hold us back. Not letting that hold us back, all right? There's a lot of amazing things on the horizon, okay? This is you definitely having that, like, really high perspective, that being, you know, closest to the divine. I mean, they're on top of a mountain. You've overcome some major obstacles and challenges, but you've done it. This is like confirming that you've done it, all right? And amazing things are coming, like staying focused on the big picture, okay? Understanding that, like, these little things that we experience, like, they don't really mean a ton, right? In the grand scheme of things, and not putting any energy towards things that are like trivial or don't really matter or that might get you off course. Like sometimes we in the mindset can let things kind of take us off course or spiral or get us like it's about you not falling for those things, right? Because they are like an illusion, a distraction, right? So not paying attention to whatever distractions and focus on, you know, again, like the big picture, right? The big plan, the divine plan, right? So don't fall for the BS. Anything else? A fiery climax approaches. This is Aries energy. Oh. You know how like the fiery climax card's kind of like my favorite card in this deck because I am kind of dirty-minded. And who doesn't like a fiery climax? But we have the Ace of Cups. All right, so that is reiterating the fiery climax that is going to be beautiful as it relates to the new romantic cycle that's coming in for some of you, including myself. So yeah, fiery climax. We have the Page of Cups here, so there's definitely some romance coming your way. All right, and it's the Emperor, divine masculine. Okay, so, and it is very deserving and just. Okay, and you know, here's the Empress. All right, so we have a divine masculine, divine feminine. This is union energy, you know, and this is balance being restored. Okay, and justice. Okay, so that's amazing. And you will be celebrating, you will be embracing this beautiful new beginning, this fiery climax. Okay, and you know, I feel like it's like around the corner, so don't let anything kind of distract you off your divine path or plan, or kind of get you all wound up that you're not good enough for this energy, because you are. All right, don't let that interfere. Don't like self-sabotage. Don't let your past hold you back. Like, this is in alignment for you for a very specific reason. It's destined for you. All right, so just go with the flow and hold that light. Okay, there's a lot going on right now, and we're being called to hold the light regardless. Okay, and to have a neutral position. All right, a lot of this stuff has been going on for far too long. All right, and as a result, it needs to come to an end. So however the divine sees fit that that's going to end, that is outside of us. And so, you know, that can represent like where you're working, you know, your family dynamics, your friend dynamics, your cultural, societal dynamics, however that plays out for you, because we're all in different places of the world. We're all experiencing different things. There's global stuff going on. I mean, there's just a lot going on. So, I feel like the message is still the message, regardless of what that situation is that might come up for you when I'm saying this. So just know that all will be well at some point. And that's all I really got to say. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.